This video will go over number 5 and number 6 from the Chapter 8, Section 1 practice. Number 5, y equals x minus 6 times x minus 3 cubed times x plus 1. We're going to do the same thing we did with 3 and 4. First thing we want to do, let's identify the roots of x minus 6 as a factor. If we set it equal to 0, we get x equals 6. X minus 3 cubed, we'd have x equals 3, and that would be a triple root. And then x plus 1, we would set that equal to 0 and end up with x equals negative 1. All right, so when we look at all these factors, if we multiplied it all together, right, we have an x times an x to the third times an x, that would end up being an x to the fifth power, right? So the degree here is going to be 5. Okay, and then remember, so our end behaviors are going to be different. Okay, so here's what we got to look at then is, since this is a positive x to the fifth, our orientation is positive, right? So when it's a positive orientation, that means we're going up to the right. We should end up to the right, which means we're going to have to start down from the bottom left. Let's go ahead and add our root values to our number line. We've got negative 1, we've got positive 3, and we have positive 6. Okay, and then just make sure we identify this is a single root. We're going to pass straight through. And so as x equals negative 1, right, we're going straight through. And then if you recall, a triple root is where we make our little step, or it looks like a cubic function, right? So we're going to do something like that. So let's go ahead here and try it out and see what happens. So we'll start from the bottom left side here beneath our graph. So we're approaching x equals negative 1, so we should go straight through that one. All right, then we've got our hump. We're going to come down, and we're going to approach positive 3. Now, since this is a triple root, kind of come down a little bit in front of it, flatten out, make that little step, and then continue going back down. And then we'll curve, start coming back up, and since 6 is a single root, we'll just pass straight through it. So that is a sketch of that function. Let's look at number 6 now. 6, we have y equals a negative. So right now you're seeing here there's a negative out here. We have x plus 3 squared, which means we'd have x equals negative 3, and that's a double root. X plus 4 squared, so x equals negative 4, and that's a double root. And x minus 7 will give us x equals positive 7. So we've got 2, 4, 5. We have a degree of 5. All right, so we know our end behaviors are different. And then think about if we multiplied x times x times x times x times x times x, we have an x to the fifth, but then we also have to multiply it by the negative. So we're talking about a y equals negative x to the fifth. So since the degree is 5 and this one has a negative orientation, right, that means we're going to be going down to the right, so we have to start up to the left. So we got to start up on the left, we got to go down on the right. Let's go ahead and add our roots. We've got negative 4, we've got negative 3, and then we've got positive 7. So let's take it, and it looks like at negative 4 we have a double root, so we're going to come down, we're going to bounce, come up. At negative 3 is another double root, so we're going to bounce again, come up. And then at 7, we have a single root, so we're going to pass straight through that one, just like that. That would be a sketch. So again, this is 5 and 6. If you have additional questions on these, please let me know. And if you need additional practice, also let me know that as well.